This is Big D and Shave from TacoYaki Anime.
Yo!
And welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about the upcoming shows for fall of 2019.
Man, this is going to be a huge season.
Yeah!
I mean, normally isn't like the summer season like the big season?
Yeah, it's usually summer. Summer's good. Well, I mean,
summer is decent, don't be wrong. It probably has one of the most hyped shows, I want to say, this season, which would be Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have something hit Twitter trending worldwide and it's an anime, that's pretty special.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This season here, I'm like, oh my goodness. You had a hard time narrowing down your list. I had a hard time narrowing down my list.
Yeah, and I'm just going off the ones that have the trailers out super early. Like,
yeah, I watched all of them, and I'm still going to go in. I mean, what, you had 16 on your list? I had 12 on my list.
Yeah.
And only 6 of them, half the ones on my list are the ones, or not ones you have on your list.
Yeah, so
I think this is probably the first time we almost have, I think, half the animes that are coming out this season on our list. That's impressive.
So for the next episode, we're gonna need a bathroom break.
Probably.
Oh my god.
Once we start talking about these things.
Yeah, unless a bunch of them flop, which is not likely.
No.
It might be our lot. The last episode that we did that was the longest was 5.5 hours.
Honestly, out of the 10 that I have, only 2 of them are a meh for me. Yeah. I'm still interested in seeing them, but I'm not like overly hyped. The other 10, I'm like, oh, let's do it.
On my list, I just chopped all the meh off because it was getting too long.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some that I just want to say like a sentence or two about after we go through the synopsis and everything, because I'm finally starting to like trim down what I really like and what I'm really gonna go for. Before I'll just shotgun and be like, blah, Crunchyroll, blah, Funimation, blah, High Dive, blah, anime, what was it, Anime Strike, or now they have Amazon Prime Video.
Mm.
I'm still gonna go across all of. Oh, now Hulu's the thing. So,
y'all everyone needs to get off of this freaking anime train that they have found themselves in. You know, just give it to Crunchyroll. Let Crunchyroll have it. They're the ones who started it. Y'all need to just back the hell off.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna check out all of them and see which ones catch my fancy, and then I'm only gonna finish 3 because that's my pattern.
Hey, you're gonna have some extra time here soon. You might be able to finish 4.
What I'm definitely gonna finish is Demon Slayer because I'm hearing a lot of stuff about it.
Oh my god!
And you'll be mad if I don't watch it. So
probably. Probably. I'm not even gonna like negate like that. Nope. I will probably be mad if you
like. Oh well, I guess I'm spoiling everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the first show we're gonna be talking about is Ahiru no Sora. Oh God, I don't have the window.
Yeah. I know immediately just by seeing the picture. I'm like, yep, this one's yours. Don't even have to question it. Nope.
Yeah.
It's sports.
Yes. This is a basketball one. Oh God. Where's the tab?
You want me to start on this one? I got the window up.
Yes.
Okay. So, Here is the synopsis, right? How do you know Sora? He's short, weak, and was just transferred to a new school. Kuramatani Sora is the main character in the story who loves basketball. He has been shooting hoops ever since he was little and has been trying to grow tall just like his mother, who used to be a basketball player. That's interesting. What has happened to her and what Sora is going to do at the new school is all up to you to find out. Wow, that was a.
You want to know what this show's about? I'm
get
not telling you.
you get the feeling they're like, I don't know how to end this, so they were fans of DBZ and they're like, find out next time.
So, yeah, the studio that's working on this is Dio Media. I recognize that name. Let's see what they have done. Oh, they did Domestic Girlfriend. They did the Chiho Goes to School. They did the Beatless Show, which was kind of, the first episode was kind of,
there is nothing from them for me that is like standing out.
Yeah, they did Honda-kun, Mayoya, which was kind of okay.
One thing from them that stands out. Yeah.
And
okay. What is the? Oh God, I need to figure out what the hell what is the English? Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they?
Ah,
they did that one.
Cool.
So yeah, that was like years ago. Jeez. Yeah, that was 2013. Good Lord.
Wow.
I haven't watched anything from them since 2013, really.
Wow. We didn't. No, the podcast started in 2014, at the very end of 2014. So yeah. Huh.
A year before, literally.
Wow.
Looking at what they have, I'm like, no. None of the ones that they have even remotely interested me.
Okay.
So
yeah. Why is it on my list? Because sports.
Sports.
How do I think it'll play out? So, the main character, either in sports anime, has to have one of two things. They either have to have zero personality, so you can project yourself onto them, or they have to have some type of, pardon the pun, shortcoming. In basketball, most of the players are tall, the main character short. That's the one thing he's going to have to deal with. He's going to have to overcome it with just passion, skill, talent, or all of the three. And one thing that's unusual about this show that drew me to it, because I didn't know the synopsis till now, is all of the characters, they seem like a ragtag group of individuals.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
So
seem like the problem children of the school.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see like how this is gonna play out. One thing that I've noticed is what is that haircut called? Pompadour. His pompadour is different. Like it's not like the cartoonish like.
Bing.
Yeah, like the freaking Subway sandwich looking haircut that I normally see.
Subway sandwich looking haircut. All right.
Yes.
I am forever going to see that now. Anytime. Oh goodness. I will say though that the main character kind of looks like from Index.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't he?
Yeah. It's a little spiky.
I mean, the spiky hair, it's the same color. The hair is almost identical, it looks like, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But even if some of his like facial features kind of remind me of it, especially in certain shots. Like when they do like a full frontal view, if his nose was just slightly smaller, you would swear it's the guy from Index.
Yeah.
That's just kind of weird to me.
We're like, hey, when did you start playing basketball? Don't touch the ball.
Yeah, don't touch the ball.
Actually, why did y'all put him on the team?
Give him to the other team. Give him to the other team. Tell the other team we're so confident we're going to give you this guy to play with on your team because he's great. Put him in every single time. Have him hit the ball, like do the jump hit ball every single time.
So yeah, so I'm interested. It's a sports anime, different style of characters, and I'm curious to see how this is gonna play out. Mm-hmm. So that is Ahiru no Sora. The next show we're gonna be talking about is Assassin's Pride.
Did you have this one? I know I did.
Yes.
This one looks interesting.
Yeah. This show is done by
EMT Squared.
EMT Squared, which I feel like is a recently established studio.
Yeah, they don't have much.
Yeah.
But they do have the Death March in Another World.
Yeah.
Is that what that is? Pretty sure that's what it is. No. That's not what that is. That's the Valkyrie one.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what that is.
And then
the Master of Ragnarok and Blesser of Einhijar.
Okay. And they also did Kuma Miko, which I don't know. I like that show.
So, looking at their previous works, I'm not entirely impressed with what they've done so far. I mean, none of it has been bad per se, but none of it's been amazing either.
Yeah.
So
like their track record is okay.
Yeah, their track record is okay. Nothing amazing, nothing horrible, just meh. Okay. Middle of the road.
The synopsis for this one is: the series takes place in a world where only those from noble families have the mana to be able to fight against monsters. Kufa is a noble born to a duke's family who is sent to tutor a young woman named Merida. If it turns out that Merida has no talent with mana, Kufa is secretly instructed to assassinate her. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. I get the feeling, if we're going to go, and this is purely based upon the trailer, okay, this is what I want from synopsis. Like, let me know. Give it to me, straight out. What's happening? You're not spoiling anything for me. You're just letting me know what is going to happen.
Yeah.
You know? God, can they not do that? But anyways, so that being the synopsis, looking at the trailer and then taking into account the fact that this is anime, it looks like there might be an issue where she may not actually have mana. And so obviously his duty is then to kill her and assassinate her. But it seems like he's probably going to rebel against that.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
You know, they just looking at the trailer, they have those cross-eyed, you know, lovey-dovey looks between the two of them kind of thing. And you're looking at them going, you're gaining feelings for each other, and then when the time comes, you're not going to be able to do it, and so then you're going to have to go and kill her family, or you know, kill somebody's family, and just make sure no one knows, or no one tries to do something with it. So,
well, I'm thinking run off and then kill everybody who's chasing you after.
He wouldn't run off.
Oh.
If he's an assassin character like that, and especially the fact that he looks like the brooding loner type characters like that, I almost guarantee he's going to be the one to go, nope, I'm going to go ahead and kill everyone else, because obviously if they hired me to kill you because you can control mana, they're evil, so we need to kill them.
Okay.
That'd be my guess.
One thing that I liked about it was the The eyes, they remind me of another anime. I can't remember if it's like I want to say it's Shigeyugi because it's like a romance, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen that show in a long time. Or Fruits Basket or some. There's some show that's like a romance show, and their eyes remind me of it.
Yeah, I don't know what that look is, but I think there have been a few animes that have done that with the eyes before, where you have like the large eyes with like they're always constantly reflecting light at some point, so you always see like that glimmer or from them, you know.
Yeah,
And it's almost like a lot of times I feel like when they have eyes that big, it's like then they put all the emotion into the eyes. The face can be completely blank, but the eyes you're looking at going, oh, she's sad.
Exactly.
Or oh, she's happy, yay! You know, you're like, come on, guys.
But another thing is, so did you watch Soul Eater when it was airing?
No.
Okay.
But I see where you're going with on that.
Because of the pumpkin characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm probably wrong. I'm gonna look this up in a second. But I want to say Soul Eater started in the fall season because of Halloween, and some of the first characters in the series were like pumpkins, just like this show. So I'm a fact check. But yeah. So as soon as I saw some of those characters, I was like, ooh, that reminds me. I'm wondering if Soul Eater started at that. But if so, then I think I'm like, do they do that? Do they if like some of the characters are like pumpkin themed, do they like, oh no, hold off until October and then we'll put your show out.
Let's see. It came out. Oh no, it didn't come out in October.
Okay.
Came out. The original first run of it came out April 7th of 2008.
Okay. Nope.
I mean, I can't fault you. That was 11 years ago, so I mean, if you can't remember that far back, I get surprised I can actually remember certain things like, oh yeah, Soul Eater was an anime that existed.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I get all these different vibes from all these different shows, and I'm curious to see what'll happen with them. It actually looks cool, so I'm very interested. The next show we're going to be talking about is Azure Lane.
Yeah, no. I know this one's yours and that one. I don't know. They don't have that much of an actual it's an anime based on a mobile game. What the hell are you doing putting an anime based on a mobile game? What story can you come up with on that? I mean, come on.
All the stuff that's in the flavor text, they'll just animate
it. Expand and expand and expand, and hopefully we'll cover 12 episodes.
They're like, we can only do 10. They're like, yeah, some shows do 10. That's fine.
Well, they're like, oh, we can only do 10. Well, you know what that means. Hot Springs episode.
And a beach episode.
And beach episode.
And a 2 years episode.
We can add that in with the rest, with one of the other episodes we're looking at.
Wow. I just looked at the details of the page and all the spin-offs make sense. Okay.
It has spin-offs?
Yeah. There's a bunch of related items.
What the hell? Oh. There are.
Okay.
Why are there so many?
It's like it's a profitable franchise.
I get it, but why? This almost
So
looks okay. I just watched the trailer. This almost looks like just like we're like here's some little girls, and we're gonna give them guns.
so you say that.
That's what it looked like.
And one of the reasons why I'm curious to see what this is about is because it reminds me of Strike Witches, which is girls with plain legs and guns.
Shoot, this one lady up front here, I know they're missiles, but the fact that they're like really close to her leg almost makes it look like she's actually has legs or something attached to her legs as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, and I never really cared much for Strike Witches either, so
I don't think I do either, but I just like
this reminds me of Strike Witches. I should watch that. I didn't really care much for the series, but I should still watch it.
So, in my notes, I put, this is another version of Strike Witches. I will watch one episode, like it, and then never come back to
it. Well, at least you're honest about it. Oh, shit.
I started watching, I'm like, wait a minute, this is different. And I'm like, oh, this is Brave Witches. Okay, cool. And I watched the first episode, I'm like, this is awesome. Next. I don't know what it is, but that's going to be my track record with this show. And
my goodness.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's that show. I'm going to watch one episode. And that'll be it.
You know what? They are freaking boats. No, seriously, look at the character names.
Oh.
Look at the character names. The HMS Unicorn.
Wow.
USS Hornet. They're freaking boats.
Wow.
Really?
You know what? That makes sense. Like they've done this with like generals. They've done it with Mount Rushmore presidents. They've done it with like
what is it
guns,
with guns, tanks? It's like what is it with Japan and being like, you know what we need to do? We need to take little girls and we need to make them into inanimate objects.
Or this inanimate object isn't cute enough. Let's turn it into a little girl.
Oh God,
this tank is boring. Put a bow on it.
The HMS Queen. See, that's when I saw that. I looked at that and wait, the HMS Queen Elizabeth? That sounds like. And then I started looking at the other ones and went, oh, they're all boat names. What the hell?
So there's another show. I'm saying it's like Strike Witches, but it's actually like another show. I can't remember the name of the other show, but it's just like the show where they turned all the tanks into girls. There's another show where they turn into the boats and
Panzer.
Yeah, Panzer is the one where the tanks are the girls. There's another one that's like I guess the rival to this show where there's boats. Because I remember there's this one character and she has like these tiny little tank boats with her or something like that. I don't remember what the name of the show is. I'll probably watch one episode and move on. But it reminds me of that. So that's why I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch one episode and then that'll be it. That's why I picked it. How do I think it's gonna play out? I think we're gonna just get dropped in the middle of the story. I think they're gonna be like, "Hey, so and so, this thing's attacking," and they're like, "Oh," and they like jump off the carrier ship and fight it. Monster of the Week type of shows.
But see, there are good ones for that. And then there are just horrible ones for that. So apparently the only other boat girl anime type thing was called High Fury?
Mm,
High Fury. That's all I could find.
uh, let's see.
Oh, it's or Kantai Collection.
Yeah, it's Contact Collection. Yeah.
Kantai Collection. Yep.
Yep, that's it. It's just like Contact Collection.
Going through the wiki, and they're like, these are all the destroyers, these are all the aircraft carriers, these are all the light aircraft carriers, these are all the battleships. I'm like, no, they're not. They're girls. I think you got confused there, Wiki, somewhere along the way. Somebody is trolling you. I see. I see 3 girls in that picture there. No way are any of them something. There's gonna be a giant boat.
I thought of another one.
Mm.
Dang, what's the title? Uma Musume, the horse girl anime.
Oh god. It's like, you know what? Okay. I am almost better with the horse girl anime than I am with girls being battleships and aircraft carriers. Because I look at that and go, you know, I can suspend my disbelief a lot. With how much anime we've watched, I can suspend my disbelief a lot. But when you tell me a 4-foot little girl is a freaking battleship, we got problems. I'm just saying. We got some problems. So
That's absolutely.
Oh god.
The next show we're gonna be talking about is Beastars or Beastars.
Ah. Yes. Did you have this one too, or is this me?
Yeah, I was very curious from what you
interesting.
saw, what you said last time.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I don't know. Anyways, so this is done by Orange,
Yeah.
who is a fairly new studio, and I don't see anything I've watched from them before. Unless I'm missing something. I don't think so. Nope, pretty sure. So I have no idea how their process is and what they do for this stuff, but let's see her. Beasta. So, in a world populated by anthropomorphic animals, herbivores and carnivores coexist with each other. For the adolescents of Cherryton Academy, school life is filled with hope, romance, distrust, and uneasiness. The main character is Legoshi. Do you get the feeling they wanted to say Legolas, but they just didn't want to go all the way? Because his name's Legoshi. It's like, come on. Were you guys wanting to, like, get anyways? So, Legoshi the wolf, a member of the drama club, despite his menacing appearance, he has a very gentle heart. Throughout most of his life, he has always been the object of fear and hatred by other animals, and he's been quite accustomed to that lifestyle. But soon, he finds himself becoming more involved with his fellow classmates, who have their own share of insecurities and finds his life in school changing slowly. It's just, yeah. It's weird, but it's so weird. I'm curious about it.
Okay.
You know, if that makes sense. It's just like I almost feel like I almost feel like either if this is based on the manga writer, or if this is purely an anime adaptation or something like that, that whoever originally did it went, Man, I could go for a school life drama anime. And they're like, oh, that sounds interesting. Well, we've done them. We've done them to death. We've done them every possible way we possibly can. We've done everything, including people forget who that person is when they're in school until they actually come back to school. Like, we've done so many things involving kids in school. What the hell are we gonna do? And someone in the back raised their hand and went, I've got it! Animals! We'll turn them all into animals. Everyone thought about it for a second and went, yeah, let's do it. I don't even care. Let's just do it. I swear, it's like, what was the inspiration behind this? Where was the thought process, you know? I don't get it. But that's why I'm curious, because I don't get it. I'm like, why? Why? I feel like Jeff Goldblum on Jurassic Park. Your scientists were so worried if you could do it, you never stopped to think about whether you should do it.
Yeah.
I will say, based upon the trailer, this is CG.
Okay.
But I'm willing to give it a shot at least. It's not like real rough CG.
So you're saying they're getting better.
I'm saying there's a possibility. I mean, studios like who's doing it right now? Studio. Oh, that's right. It's all the way down here. Studios like Ufotable. There's like Demon Slayer has 3D in it, but they blend it so well.
Okay.
It's not one of those that punches you right in the face with its obvious CG-ness. This one now, it does, I obviously noticed it. If anyone watches the trailer, you notice it right from the get-go that, yep, this is CG. Which, I mean, it kind of makes sense because they're animals. I mean, they're not even... You're trying to style... You have to stylize something like that, you know what I mean? Plus, you want to make it look good. Because literally all you're doing is putting animal... or the souls of high schoolers inside of animal bodies, basically. Being like, here you go! So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm only basing it off the trailer, so maybe it's rougher than I think it is, but we're just gonna... I'll give it a shot at least.
Okay.
Long as I can find it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably, you know what? So what happened last time doesn't happen again. I'll message you once I find out where they all are.
Mm-hmm.
So then we can all be, because that'll be what, in two months? So yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I mean, it says it comes out in October, but doesn't say like when in October.
Yeah, and then the episode that we would do before that would be the end of October. So yeah. So I like the trailer and I like the voices because the voices fit the looks of the characters. And it seems like there's some kind of mystery going on. So I'm curious to find out about that. And then I was a little worried if you were going to pick it up because
like no, I picked it up.
Was strong.
But it's not. We've seen worse CG.
Yeah.
We've seen worse. And that's the bad CG is especially one that I'm just like, I don't know. So
the bad CG is like this. And you're like, what's that circle? You're like, what circle? No circle. I don't see a circle anywhere. You're like, I see a circle. You can't tell me that there's not a circle. And they're like, everything is fine. That's bad CG.
No. See, I saw an example of bad CG, and I'm surprised. Shoot, the two that we had on here at one point for the podcast, I can't remember their names now. But anyways, they'd watched Berserk, and I'm surprised they hadn't mentioned it.
Ah,
I actually saw it somewhere on a clip later on.
yeah.
They literally look like they took a screenshot and photoshopped Guts, the main character, out of it, and then just like used Photoshop at the same time to just like that walking mechanism where they're like still framed, but they're like ding 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 ding. That's exactly what it looked like. And I'm like, wow, that's some horrible CG. At least if you're gonna use CG, make it flow. So
speaking of studios that use CG, Orange used a lot of CG in Hoseki no Kuni, and I can't remember what the English name of that was. But when that series came out in 2017, everybody said it was amazing.
Land of the Lustrous.
Yeah, Land of the Lustrous. So that's the show that I need to get back to. I didn't like the character designs in that show because they look
weird.
Off. Yeah.
By the way, this was done October 7th of 2017, so it's been about 2 years.
Yeah. And back in 2017, people were saying that this show was really good. Like, it took a while to ramp up, but once it did, it was amazing. So I feel like those skills have, like, they kept that team, and now they're using them on B-Stars, and I can still see the CG, like you said, you can still see the G like right off the bat. But I'm curious what the mystery is. Like it was very, very much borderline for me.
So that first episode basically can either make it or break it.
I think yeah.
I mean, especially for me, if I'm still like, I mean, I'm gonna give it a shot, but if the quality of the CG just like starts to take a drastic nosedive or whatever, and I'm gonna drop it super quick.
Another show from the studio that I watched was Dimension W. That was a cool show. The main guy that's in the picture on any chart, he was basically breakdancing the entire intro.
Well, I guess if you're gonna have an intro.
So yeah, I like this studio, and I look forward to seeing what that. It's a show about drama, but like there's something going on. I can't tell what it is, but I'm intrigued. So how do you think the show's gonna play out? I know there's some kind of mystery going on, but I can't tell. I don't remember from the trailer like what's actually.
I don't think there's gonna be anything. I mean, other than the fact that they are animals, and animals have different needs and responses to certain things or whatever. I don't necessarily see that there's going to be. It's essentially a slice of life. I mean,
Speaking of the animal part of it, do you think these are just people and they look like animals, or do you think they're actually going to like integrate different things?
I think they're going to integrate. I think they're going to integrate different things.
Okay, like Zootopia. Oh,
yeah. Certain things were like animal friendly, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for B-Stars. The next show we're going to be talking about is Boku no Hero Academia Season 4.
Boku no Hero, man. When was the last series out?
I want to say it was supposed to come out this summer, so probably a year ago, last summer.
Really, just a year? It seems like longer.
Yeah, whenever Boku no Hero's not around, you're like, man, it's been like 2 years. I'm like, it's only been one season. God.
It seems like it's been way longer than that. Hold on. When did the last one come out? I'm ignoring the movies because I'm like, no, when did the series come out?
Yep, April 2018.
Well, see, it's a year and a half. We're past April already.
But it ended in September, so it went half the year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. September 29th was the end date for it. God, it seems like it was longer than that.
I know. I need my Boku no Hero fix.
Uh-huh.
And
Well,
they're like, okay,
of
here's
course,
a movie,
they
which I need to
ended
watch.
it at like a really specific point where things were just starting to amp up, and everyone's just like, "What are you doing?"
They're like, go to the theater and watch the movie. They're like, I don't want to do that. Actually, is the movie on Crunchyroll? If it is, I'm gonna watch that before I start the series.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't usually look at their movie section.
Yeah. I hope it is, because I'm gonna have to try to find it somewhere. But yeah, fourth season of My Hero Academia. It is gonna be. I don't even remember like what they introduced the other schools. We have heroes that rival the main characters instead of just the main characters being the strongest, the ones that get in the most danger, then everybody else being kind of left to the wayside.
Yeah, no, everyone joins in for most of the battles.
Yeah, but it's like you know who the top people are. There's like
What?
5 to 6 top people.
The fact that there are that many top people is an amazing thing.
Yes, that's true. And now they brought in even more top, like people who may be stronger than the main characters.
But usually when it comes to that, like you usually get maybe 2 or 3 when it comes to quote unquote top tier.
Yeah.
So the fact that there are literally like 5 or 6 that could actually be considered top tier, that's pretty impressive.
Okay. And I think that the guy that's behind them in the picture, I'm like, is that the new villain? Or at least a new member of the villains?
I don't know.
Because I think when I watched the trailer, he looked suspicious.
I can't quite see him too well. It's very upsetting.
Yeah, I wonder if he is. Alright,
Oh. There's a little girl with him though.
Sir Night Eye, I think is him. Yeah.
You see that?
No, below him, below the silhouette, below the silhouette.
Oh, below that.
Adjusting his glasses.
I don't know. He looks like just an annoyance, honestly. It's like, you're gonna be annoying. Just go away.
Yeah, so this is a great show. You should watch it. You got plenty to watch. It will start and it will blow up everything. It's gonna be the number one show.
People are gonna be talking about this show for quite some time, I imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looked okay.
Does it look like it's gonna run into next year?
I don't know. Do they have any information on it for that?
I just see episode 1 airing. I don't see how many episodes it's going to be.
Yeah, they don't say. Episode 1 begins in 40 days, 10 hours, and 42 minutes.
Yeah. Everybody hit your countdown timers. So, yeah, there's not really much to say. We've talked about this show in depth in the past, and we will again as soon as it starts. So, one of the greatest shonen shows that is out right now, and we've missed it.
Yeah. For sure.
Next show we're going to be talking about is Oh God, the words are too small. Um, yep. Chojin kakose tachi wa isekai demo yoyu de nuku yo desu. Oh God, what does that mean in English?
A lot.
High school prodigies have it easy even in another world. Oh no.
Okay. So yes, it is obviously another world anime isekai.
Isekai. Yeah.
First off though, before I get to the synopsis, which is the reason why I'm interested in this one. This is done by Project Number 9.
Okay.
Project Number 9. What have you guys done? Pastel Memories. I know it was a popular one.
What's that? Okay. I actually don't remember Pastel Moons.
No?
Um,
I know it was a popular one. I don't think I ever got to it myself, but
they've done Tenchi no 3P, which I've only seen like a piece of the episode. That might be a short.
mm-hmm.
Chikan no Shihaisha? What is that? That looks familiar. They did Net Game, and you never thought there was a girl online?
Well, and they're also doing another one this season for one of the ones that you picked.
Okay.
But anyways, so
this is the one. There's like a sorcerer and a warrior.
So
that's like every anime.
This one is 7 high school students that got caught in an airplane accident wake up in a middle-age like fantasy different world where magic and beastmen Jujin exist. But why do they not panic at their current situation? They build a nuclear power plant in a world without electricity. They control the economy of a large city in a short works trip. And finally, for their benefactors' sake, who are suffering from the misgovernment, they declare war on the evil nobles. None of them is a normal high school student. Each of them are superhuman high school students that stand at the top of their political, economic, science, and medicine. This is a story of a dream team that possesses Earth's greatest wisdom and technology that without any self-restraining bring a revolution to a different world with over-technology.
Okay.
See, and by your reaction while I was reading that, because I know you never read the synopsis, now you can see probably why I'm interested in watching this.
Yeah. It's basically a cast of your favorite character.
Essentially, it's like, yeah, well, essentially they're like, okay, we're not giving these guys superpowers. They're just good at what they do here and now in our world. They're geniuses in their own rights. They're political masterminds. They're, economical and, all this other stuff. So we're going to take 7 of them and put them in this world. Each of them has their own specialty. Each of them are going to do amazing things. And it's like, all right, I'm down. I'm totally down with that. I want to see what it is. So to me, this is probably like what you would call the purest form of isekai out there. If you think about it. Because honestly, yeah, the what everyone else is always doing is just they have this superpowered person that comes in and does amazing things, but it's always based upon the world that they are currently living in and the limitations that it holds.
Yeah.
Right? This is going, no, they don't. But they're gonna basically shape this world into a world that they recognize.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's different. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So,
I guess I guess the synopsis already kind of explained how it's gonna play out.
I love the synopsis. Why do we not have more synopsises like this? Give me synopsises like this. There is one anime on here that I read the synopsis and it pissed me off. I'm trying to remember which one was it. I don't know if
the
you got it
synopsis
on
was
here.
like, watch the show. That was it.
Basically, yeah. Hold on, where was it? I don't even remember if it was one of the ones. I want to make sure, just to let people know how I can get so pissed off at some of these. Oh, there was a romance one. I think it was this one. Do you have Oda Wasuki on yours?
Oh God.
Oda Wasuki?
No, let me look at the picture. Nope.
Okay, so you don't. So I'm not going to spoil anything coming in. This is a synopsis that pisses me off, all right? So here's this one, just out of just no difference. Question: what would you do if a girl you're interested in would confess to you? On top of that, what if there was another girl as well? A cool upperclassman adored by the whole school and your cheerful, energetic childhood friend. I bet you'd be over the moon. Now you could end it right there. You could end it right there, and I'd be like, okay, so we're just talking about a typical, triangle drama, romance. Okay, cool, whatever. Here's the thing. This is what they do. Thing is, what if there was an unexpected problem about the contents of that confession? Question mark. What's the problem? What's the problem? Literally, what the hell is the problem? I started going on other websites. Trying to
What's the problem?
trailers. What the hell is the problem? Here's the thing, too. Here's the thing. When I watched the trailer, obviously I'm not really fluent in Japanese. I know a little. I'm not really fluent in Japanese. They bleep out what they say when they confess. And I'm like, y'all are some dicks. Y'all are just some a-holes. What the hell?
Tell me the problem.
Tell me the problem. I want to know what the problem is. That's why I like things like this. You're not really spoiling anything. You're telling me a general overview of essentially what the first episode's going to be like, so I can make a decision as to whether or not I even want to give it a shot. I was almost in for that one until they didn't tell me what the problem was. And then I was like, no, screw you. Not even going to do it. Not even going to do it. Not even going to do it. Y'all suck.
Well, that is one of my JV team shows. And I was like, I can't tell, like you said, what the problem is. So I'm gonna just find out later and talk and bring it up on the show.
Somebody tell me, so please. Somebody message us. Just let me know, because apparently this is a light novel and a manga that I've come across. What the hell's the problem? What? And then it started like boggling my mind. What problem, if somebody came up to you, like I'm putting myself in the person's shoes, if somebody came up to you and confessed their love for you, what would they say during that confession that would cause a problem? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And this is a comedy romance. So I'm like, it could be freaking anything.
Yeah.
We may not know like certain quirks of the main character, of the main guy, and maybe they're like, you may be a complete numbskull, but I love you for it anyways, and it's like, okay. I don't know. It's vague assumptions, and basically the show or the synopsis telling you just go watch a show that I'm just like, no, screw you. You're not gonna tell me what I want to know, then I'm not gonna watch the show.
It's like, I like you, but I'm a vampire. You're like, oh, okay. Or like, I like you, but I'm a werewolf and it's a full moon tonight.
So, anyways, yeah, I just
So yeah, I can't guess what else would happen in this show other than the synopsis playing out.
yeah.
Um,
Going back to that show, then yes, I am all about that show because to me, I'm like, well, shoot, I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens when you bring our world technology and it looks like some even future tech into a fantasy setting.
yeah.
I'm like, are we gonna get like swords and like guns with just like weird abilities? And it's just like, oh, yes, I want to see it.
Which is cool because I'm kind of curious, like, what was it? I guess for here, like the Industrial Revolution, and then we realized that some of those technologies are quote unquote dirty technologies, and now we're starting to create clean green technologies. They could like just bypass all of that. They were like, there wasn't any technology, and now we're only doing green technology.
Yeah, no, they could, which would be
So,
great.
so that's kind of interesting. Um, I'm curious to find out what that show has. I don't think it had a trailer, so I just completely skipped it.
Which one? The one we were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. Well, it has a trailer now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll find out later.
I mean, the looks of it is very like the landscape and what they have. I mean, they show a dragon. It looks very fantasy-ish setting. You got big open fields, mountains, a moon that's real too close to the world for it to possibly not be affecting it in some way, shape, or form. Um, and then they just introduce the characters and what their specialties are. So you have like, who was that? God dang it, an inventor, which is great. A samurai. Apparently, she's a master swordsman. A doctor. Uh, a philanthropist. So I guess he knows how to create businesses and such. This one I'm really curious about. A magician. I'm like, how did you get that in high school? Like, what the hell? And there's another one who's a nin journalist.
Nin journalist.
Yeah, so apparently in order to get her story, she's willing to go to like incredible feats and she can like spy and shit. They show her basically jumping off of what looked like Tokyo Tower, and then all of a sudden, like a blanket.
So she's a spy.
Yeah, basically she's a spy. Basically, yeah, she's a spy. and then one of them is a politician.
Okay.
And the one who's a politician.
So they can basically go around to all the different.
Kingdoms
and stuff like that.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
And it looks like the town that they find themselves in is like a. So this makes sense because they were talking about how there was a group of people who were like oppressed or whatever, and whatnot. Well, of course, who happens to be the group of people who are oppressed? They're half animals. Of course.
Noticing a trend here.
Stereotypical trope on that one.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But no, I'm really interested to see that one goes.
Okay. Yeah. That looks interesting. I just watched the trailer, so I'm like, oh, okay. Reminds me of what is it? Slime and Gate and a lot of the other isekais that bring in our technology to the other world. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of curious, like how big of an effect they're actually gonna leave.
Oh, I think it's gonna be a huge effect.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing that one then. Cool. All right, the next show we're gonna be talking about is Fate Grand Order.
I think this was on you.
Yeah, I Ufotable at the helm? No, it's Cloverworks, which they only need one tab, not two. They have done things like, oh, that's current.
Yeah, so Cloverworks. They did Persona 5. They did
they did Bunny Girl!
And they did the Wonderland.
And they did Darling in the Franxx. I'm watching this 100%.
Nope. Having Darling in the Franxx as a part of your repertoire, that's demerits to me. That's total demerits. And I never got through Wonderland just because, oh my god, that show freaked me the hell out.
So the synopsis says this anime will adapt the seventh singularity, absolute demonic front Babylonia story of the game.
See, I don't know. The trailer doesn't show much. The synopsis doesn't show much.
Trailer's dumb.
Well, here's the thing. It's based upon a game. You could have taken this trailer and said, we're making a game, and this is the trailer for the game, and I'd been like, yeah, that makes sense.
All they do is pan over the ground and then pan over some path and then show two of the characters and disappear. I'm like, what? What is this? Dumb is what it is.
Oh, and at the very end they show a fourth character.
Yeah.
Who doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything. He's there to look pretty. You know, they build it up so well too, because at the beginning they're like, "In the age when humanity and the gods part ways," and I'm like, cool. And then we don't see Jack.
Yeah.
Like, no.
You've played the game. You know what's going on.
Yeah, you don't need to. We don't need to tell you anything. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then I'm the one in the background raising my hand, being like, well, "What if we haven't played the game?" Just watch it. You're fine.
But yeah, so I look forward to seeing what that is about because I'm a fan of the Fate series, even though I only know.
Do you even think this has anything to do with the Fate series?
I feel like maybe one or two characters will be in it.
But this isn't even done by the people who did Fate.
Yeah, it's.
No.
I know, but it's fine. It'll be.
Okay, the name of the Fate series was Fate Stay Night, not Fate Grand Order. Are you sure this even has anything to do with Fate Stay Night?
But it's Fate. There's Fate Stay Night. There's Fate Hero. There's Fate Apocrypha. Then there's Fate. What was that third? The third arc for the there was a Fate Stay Night 0 and then like Heaven's Feel. Wait. That's Fate.
Okay.
Oops.
So, did you actually click on and see the characters? Or did you see the relations?
Oh, no.
None of what they say that which this can be based upon has anything to do with Fate series. At all. I will say, looking at the characters, that's kind of interesting because they're talking about Gilgamesh, Merlin.
See, Gilgamesh.
But it doesn't say anything, and they have Medusa in there.
That's cool. Wait, why is her hair not snakes?
Dropped. Just dropped. No snakes in your hair. Just dropped. You're gonna drop it.
But yeah, I want anything that says Fate in front of it. I'll check it out. If I can find it. A lot of the stuff that they've released recently hasn't been on any of the streaming services. Like, I think Fate Apocrypha was like on nothing. I don't think, or maybe it was, and there was another Fate one that wasn't. I can't remember. It's been such a long time since I've been able to reliably watch Fate stuff.
I'm gonna agree with Grunge Gamer in there. You're gonna give it a watch, and then see he's not expecting much. You're expecting it to be fate coordinated, and I think you're gonna be hugely disappointed.
I saw Gilgamesh, and I was like, "Cool, I'm watching it."
You didn't even look at the characters till I just told you.
No, I remember seeing him at the end. That was the guy that didn't say anything.
You mean at the very end, when
Yeah.
at the last couple seconds? Nope.
Yeah,
It's not even the same character.
it wasn't.
No,
Uh-oh.
Gilgamesh was the blonde dude with the red eyes.
Yeah, that was. I don't remember the trailer. I thought it was stupid. But I didn't show the ground and the sidewalk. I'm like, what is this?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh.
Yeah, I'm like it's exactly like you said. I'll watch it, but I am expecting to see Saber's gonna be in it. Saber's in all of them. She's gonna be in it. I know it.
Watch. Saber's gonna be in it at like the last 5 minutes of the actual anime on episode 12.
I'll be like, yes, I was right. But yeah, I don't know. It's a new branch off the Fate series. I never saw Fate Apocrypha. There's a current series now that has that detective one. The detective one that has one of those characters that was off of Fate Zero. Except he's the grown-up version of him.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That.
Yeah. So,
you know what? Considering the fact of how you're so amped up and so hyped for the fact that you're like, oh, it's Fate. It's got to be Fate. It has Fate in the title, and they have Gilgamesh. It's Fate. I wouldn't be surprised as Grunge Gamer saying there is like Kirito just drops in randomly, or the Black Swordsman. You just see him in the background in one of the shots. He's just a Black Swordsman with a black coat, one single sword. You're like, Kirito! I knew it! It's Kirito!
What are you doing here?
Oh, God.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be it for Grunge Gamer. That'll be it for Fate. But yes, Grunge Gamer, welcome to the stream.
Jeez.
Yeah, we are not even halfway done.
Yeah. We need to get rolling on these damn things.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be here all night.
So, the next show we're going to be talking about is Grand Blue Fantasy animation season 2.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this one was mine. Because I think out of the two of us, I'm the only one who actually finished that one.
First episode.
Yeah.
Hey, left the island.
You looked at it and went, I saw the island, I'm happy. That's all I needed. I just wanted to see that floating island. So this is, as one may guess, the second season to Grand Blue Fantasy. And I was just double checking to see. I thought this would have been done by the same people who did the original, but I don't see it in the repertoire. It's done by Mappa.
Yes.
Who does amazing things.
Man.
I mean, I'd be here all day just saying all the great things that Mappa has done.
Like Terror and Resonance.
Just to name a few, we have Bahamut.
I have Bahamut.
Garo Vanishing Line.
Bahamut.
We have... Huh?
You need to finish Bahamut.
No, because the character annoys me. We have Dororo. That was a big one. I think 2 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, we also have the wonderful Sarazanmai.
Oh.
Which Mappa did too.
Yeah, Mappa, what did you? Why? Mappa was drunk.
Oh, Mappa, you're drunk. Oh God. So yes. I'll have to remind myself a little bit about the series itself because it's been a while, and I don't think Mappa did the last one. Who did the last one? Now I'm really curious because it's not showing up. Let me see. Ground Blue.
I want to say it was Mappa because of the quality of the animation.
I don't think so. I know they ended it rather abruptly.
Oh, A1.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow.
I was like, I knew it wouldn't have been that. So A1 dropped it and Mappa picked it up. Maybe they'll do more with it? Because it ended so abruptly. The original one?
You know what? I remember this show. It had like really nice painted backgrounds.
Oh yeah.
And then the 2D like cell shaded, or not cell shaded, but like I could see like the definition between the two. And they didn't match at the beginning.
Yeah,
the first episode that I saw. Yeah. There were maybe production issues, and they're like, we can't do this. Mappa's like, I got it.
So, yeah. So I'm really wanting to see what Mappa does about this, and what they'll bring to the party. Because, again, it had a really interesting storyline. They just got to the part, I think, in the original one where one of the main characters, the girl, had summoned essentially a deity of sorts, I guess. So, which was really cool, and it was like water based, and a lot of crazy stuff happened with that. And I'm like, this is awesome. And then it just stopped. Like, I don't even remember. Like, it was so abrupt. I was like, wait, did I miss an episode somewhere, or did they just like, Because I want to check that real quick. How many episodes were on that?
Do you think
13?
Do you think they would pick up exactly where it left off, or do you think they might do like a recap and kind of like rehash something?
They might do a recap. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, exactly. There was two girls on there. The one who had the magical jewels, and then the guy was the knight. Oh, yeah. See, okay. This should say how they were like, you know what? We don't know what else to do with this because one of their episodes was a beach episode.
Oh, curse.
Yeah. And even the guy, see, and I like the guy because the main character guy had like a pet dragon.
And that was what, you know what? That was one dragon that I liked because
he wasn't
like
annoying.
A little kid. Yeah.
He wasn't overly annoying. I loved him.
Yeah. Okay. So,
God, I hope not. Well, see, it aired between April 2nd, 2017 and June 25th, 2017. Okay. So it's only been 2 years. I hope they don't do a recap. So just to get us going. They probably will, but I really don't want
it. Yeah.
I don't.
Well, because it's between studios, so
yeah,
they may want to be like, so they left off doing this stuff. See, okay, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, probably.
I can't remember the premise of the show. The princess was I remember she was in the airship and like he saved her, I think.
She like left the airship that she was being traveled in with a general who's a female general, which I thought was really cool. You never almost ever see a female knight general in an army from a warring nation or whatever.
That's right, and she was protecting the other girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where is it? Good Lord. Why doesn't it give me just give me a short little description here?
It's like, here's 8 paragraphs.
No, it doesn't even give me that. It just gives me literally nothing.
Uh,
Well, because the original one. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Someone has a synopsis. This will give us a refresher on it.
oh,
So, this is a world of the skies where many islands drift in the sky. Why do you like
Sky
it?
Islands, yes.
A boy named Gran and a talking winged lizard named Vern lived in Zenketzel, an island with yields mysteries. One day they came across a girl named Lyria. Lyria had escaped from Asteria Empire, a military government that is trying to rule over this world using powerful military prowess. In order to escape from the Empire, Gran and Lyria head out into the vast skies, holding the letter Gran's father left behind, which said, I will be waiting in Estalucia, Island of the Stars.
Okay.
Yes, so that's what I do remember. They wanted to leave because the Empire knew where they were at, so they took off on a little like skid from airplane from their his hometown or whatever,
Mhm.
and it was him, the girl, and the general, and
Okay.
his pet or whatever. And their first order of business was getting themselves a bigger ship.
Uh,
And then the second order of business was starting to find information about Estalucia because apparently the girl wants to go there too.
okay.
So that's all I remember.
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. So this, maybe I'll watch the first season. I don't know. But you know what? I'm gonna skip like halfway in and just be like, "Hey, what is this?" And maybe
Get
they'll.
completely confused.
Well, if they do a recap, that'd be cool. It'd be like an episode 0 or something like that. That'd be nice. Um, so that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that's it for Grand Blue Fantasy. The next show we're going to be talking about is Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise. It did not have a synopsis.
I thought you were gonna watch this one.
Huh?
I thought you weren't gonna watch this one.
So, I have something to say about it. Where did I write it down? Okay. The reason why I'm not a big fan of these type of Gundam shows, well, I don't know. There's different types of Gundam shows, and some that I like and some that I don't. The very serious, dry, huge military operations, political dramas. No, um, I'm asleep. The character-driven shows where you're following like 2 to 3 characters and maybe like a small group of characters, and they're either running from the giant military or trying to. Oh, what was it? Like for Gundam 00. I loved Gundam 00 because it was a group of specialized Gundams that basically attacked the world to get the world to come together and chase after them. The characters are really well developed. I love that. Gundam MS-18, guerrilla warfare. You're following like 5 characters and all the drama that goes on with that. Other mech shows, kind of like I can't remember the name of it. It just fell out of my head. There was like a female centric one, where there's a bunch of or God, I can't remember. But basically in that one of the robots like body slammed another robot, and I was like, oh my God, robots are wrestling. Then there's other ones like Gargantia, where there's this military fight going on like a typical mech show does, but then you follow one pilot that gets like stranded, and he has to kind of live amongst the regular people. Like those types of mech shows, I'm really interested in. These Gundam Build Fighters, it's not aimed towards me. It's more aimed towards kids and their action figures or their Gunpla build, like sets that they can build. and it's like virtual fighting. So when I watched the trailer, I saw an action scene, and I'm like, ooh, and then they're like, and that is this character's robot, and I'm like, oh, okay. And it showed another action scene. I'm like, okay, this is not connected to the other fight scene, but okay. And it's like, then it showed another character after that. So I'm like, okay, that's their robot. And so I'm like, it's the trailer was so disjointed. I'm like, the fights are so disconnected from the characters that I don't care. So the reason why I put this on here is because I finally understand why I don't like the Build Fighters series compared to the regular Gundam shows. So,
why is that?
It's because it's not a story that I could follow. It's basically this is like a sports anime with military mech fights in it.
Fair enough.
And it's not the characters playing in the mechs. So it's kind of like Pokemon, where it's like, yeah, you may want Pikachu to win or Squirtle or some of the other Pokemon, but then you're also following Ash or some of the other characters. So it's like it's disjointed, and because I have such a connection to the other Gundam shows and other mech shows, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like if you grew up watching a bunch of Pikachu shows where it's just Pikachu out in the wild, and then all of a sudden Pokemon comes out and you're like, oh no, they captured Pikachu and now they're forcing him to fight against other animals. You're like, this isn't right. This is weird. That's how I kind of feel against I feel towards the Gundam Build Fighter series. So yeah.
Man, I was just looking up like when the last time I actually found something from Sunrise Productions that I actually enjoyed and really enjoyed. And
Cowboy Bebop, even though it's technically Bones.
It was winter of 2010.
Okay.
9 years ago, and it was Maihime.
Maihime! Did you ever get through Mayotome?
No, I think I could not get through Mayotome.
Oh,
but
man.
Maihime was so good.
Oh. Yeah, I think the last time I watched it was at a convention, because I went back to a convention after years and years, and they were playing it, and I was like, oh, I just got to sit in here just to reminisce. I'm like, yeah, I got the DVD, and now I get the Blu-rays, but I'm like, I just want to reminisce.
Surprisingly, though, it's like after 2010 for that one, then it was like even further down the list. I don't know. They've done a lot of stuff, but none of it has been things that I've like really felt an attachment to, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, so.
Oh, wait. Oh, goodness. It wasn't even 2010. 2010 was the special that they came out from Maihime. Holy crap.
Was that crossover?
Maihime originally came out in 2004.
Oh.
Holy crap.
Okay.
Man, I didn't like anything from this studio until then? Jeez.
What, you didn't like Love Live, the worldwide phenomenon?
No. No.
What about Gintama? I want to get into that show, but it's
I don't know about that one. I really don't. But yeah, like right before all that, now I'm seeing like everything else that I enjoyed watching from them. There was Planets, there was Witch Hunter Robin, there was.
I want to say a lot of those were Bones show, like because Bones was originally Sunrise and they kind of broke off.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Big O.
Excel World.
Oh, good lord.
That was 2016.
I don't think I actually watched that one. Did I?
I know a lot of people like Code Geass. I'm not that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Code Geass. So, anyways, that was just me reminiscing after seeing Maihime. So, My Hime.
So yeah, so that's my thoughts on Gundam Build diapers. Yeah, I'm not really sure. What, like, I don't know. Yeah. I wish they were more connected, but it basically it's not aimed towards me, so that's why I'm probably not do that. The next show we're gonna be talking about is Hatage Kemono Michi.
Oh God.
I take it you passed on this one.
Pass. Just I waved to it as it was going by.
You know, like wrestling in another world.
Just like it's not just that. Okay, I can see. Okay, like okay. I can see you're like, all right, we want to do something different. Everyone's done this. We want to be different. I get that. You're like, you know what? Let's have a wrestler go into this other world. I'm like, cool. Sounds interesting. Then, when he gets told he has to go kill a magical beast, freaking suplexes the princess and goes, no, I'm going to make a pet shop.
Wait, what?
Read the synopsis. Go for it.
Okay, so first, it's done by a studio named Enki.
Who's
This
done
is the only thing they've done.
nothing else.
And the synopsis goes, the story follows a masked wrestler, Genzo Shibata, who likes all kinds of animals and creatures. One day he is summoned to another world where the princess asks him to help kill magical beasts, but he gets mad, puts her in a German suplex, and instead begins his life as a pet shop owner in another world. Yeah.
What the hell? Oh.
Wow.
This sounds like another Konosuba.
Well,
We're never going to leave the town, or at least the surrounding area from the town. They're like, you need to go kill this magical beast. And he's like, no. And he's going to do it. Yeah, he's going to make a pet store and do whatever the hell he wants. So it's like,
and you can't stop me.
When's the story going to end, you know? I would just look at him and go, fine, send him back. We'll get somebody else. Obviously, he's not working out.
So, and they were probably like, ooh, a wrestler. They're strong, right?
It's labeled as a comedy fantasy. It's Konosuba.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's Konosuba. He's going to meet a wide variety of interesting characters, but none of which is he ever going to, like, his main... They just have the storyline in there just to have a storyline. They're not even really focused on it. They're just like, he's going to go and do whatever the hell he wants. He's going to make himself a pet store for mythical beasts and whatever. And he's essentially going to become the wrestler version of Hagrid from Harry Potter.
Okay.
Essentially. See, these are the types of animes that when they come out, the people who don't know about animes look at them and go, this is freaking weird. Why is all anime like this?
Weird? Like, that was a bad one. You gotta watch Cowboy Bebop.
Oh.
High School DxD. Why does anime always have big boobs? No, you gotta watch Terror and Resonance. There's some really cool, serious shows.
You gotta watch Goblin Slayer. Wait, nope, no.
No, watch Goblin Slayer. Watch Gate. You wanna watch something fantasy? Watch Gate. Watch ReZero.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, this is on my list solely because he's a wrestler in another world. And now that I know that he was like, I'm not gonna do what you tell me. I'm gonna get some pets. Now it's definitely on my list.
Yes, because I know out of the two of us, you're the most biggest fan of Konosuba-ish type animes. So
This is my type of fantasy. Like
yeah,
it just the setting is just fantasy. That's about it.
yeah. The setting is fantasy. We might see like a creature or two, maybe someone casts a spell or something. But beyond that, we're essentially just living our lives. Yeah. Oh, good lord.
Oh, the Grunge Gamer. Yeah, that's a good one. Got to start with Ghibli. Yeah. You want to get into anime? Start with Ghibli.
For sure.
All right. The next show we're going to be talking about is... Oops, I'm turning on too many. Hoshiai no Sora.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
I had to wait for that one for a second because I was like, wait, what's that one? Oh, tennis. That's yours.
Yeah. Like, I can't not watch this one. I played tennis in high school. I like anime. Anime that's tennis and in high school? Of course I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to finish it. I never finished that sports anime. I don't think I finished one sports anime. Or like I finish it and they're like, season 2! And I'm like, why? I was done. So.
I've done your games. I have played them. Leave me alone.
So, yeah. This story revolves around the coming of age of boys at the junior high school's soft tennis team. Soft tennis? I don't understand why they call it soft tennis, which is on the verge of shutting down. Of course, there's the drama. One thing I noticed about this trailer, which I hope is in the show too, is that there's like a small percentage of tennis. Like it seems like this is a high school drama, and the characters just happen to also play tennis.
Mm.
So I understand why the stakes are high now because of it being shut down. I like the art style, and it also says tennis, so I look forward to seeing it.
I just was kind of glancing over the trailer as you were talking, and yeah, I don't know. It's just, never really get into them. You just see like a touching moment where the one of the guys gives another guy something, and he opens it up, and it's a new racket. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, is that the Racket Smacker 3000 Ultra Super with the deluxe string set and everything? That's why he's like, oh, you shouldn't have.
And it's like, no, it's just a Wilson.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah. Actually, what is this? Who is the studio for this? It is 8-Bit. I like 8-Bit. They have done shows like
Slime.
Knights of Magic. Okay. Yamano Susume. That sounds familiar.
They've done numerous fantasy action animes.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you know what? You know what we haven't done in a long time? We should probably try to look into sports.
They done Grisaya.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
yeah, so I
Stratus.
really like it. I'm very excited for this now.
I would be less so. Because there's no other sports ones that they've done. Literally.
But they know drama. It's more than it is a sports anime.
So you say.
The club shutting down. There's nothing more dramatic than the club shutting down.
There is literally an anime coming out this next season about someone wanting to join the rifle club, but the club was shutting down, and literally has 3 of her friends join with her to reopen it back up. It's like,
see,
they already figured it out. Just get some friends, get them on over here. Why are you having such a hard time with this?
All his friends are like, we're not about that soft tennis life. We're about hard tennis, whatever that is.
You hit him harder? I don't know. Oh, shit.
Softball and hardball, which is just softball and baseball. With soft tennis and table tennis, I guess. I don't know.
I don't either.
But yeah. So, let's see. Grungy Gamer says, whenever I see tennis and anime, I instantly think of Light Yagami versus L. Okay. And then premium retrofit grip with GPS. Hard tennis is not PG.
So you can track the ball once you smacked it. This sophisticated tennis racket will put a miniature microchip every time the ball hits it into the ball itself, so you can track it.
This ball again.
Oh, good lord.
So, that's it for Hoshiai no Sora. The next show we're going to be talking about is Iska X Koi.
This one was mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of my meh ones.
Okay.
It was one of the ones I was like, it could go either way, maybe, I don't know. So this is done by Hood's Entertainment.
Oh, no.
Which is why it's kind of one of those meh ones. Because it's done by Hoods.
Oh. Oh, God. All I see is butts and legs. Oh, my God.
Butts, legs, boobs, butts, legs, boobs, butts, legs, boobs. Most notable for Psycho no Quasar? Oh, jeez. So, anyways, this anime, the synopsis for it is, high schooler Akutsa Takuma has learned to accept his lonely lot in life and is content surrounded by his studies. But when the god Odin taps him to serve the world alongside 9 Valkyries,
9?
Fueled by intimacy, Takuma can say goodbye to his ordinary or solitary existence.
9? Oh. Isn't the normal like 2?
I guess they're overachievers. I don't know.
God.
Preview really doesn't show much. This is a teaser trailer basically for the previews. You basically see the girls, and that's pretty much it. And
yeah,
they look like they're in some dramatic, some looks that I see. So, and then there's the fight sequence where like one of them transforms, and I was like, that's kind of cool looking. And I was like, well, maybe I can deal with like, some drama for some cool fight scenes or whatever. And then I saw it was done by Hood's Entertainment, and I was like, oh, never mind. I know where these fight scenes are going to go. I wonder how he's going to fuel these 9 Valkyries with intimacy. I'll still watch it just because.
So I didn't know any of the story. All I saw was the trailer, and I was like, "This anime looks a little dark." It reminds me a bit of Madoka Magica.
Mm-hmm.
So something dark, like something bad, is gonna happen. But yeah, I don't know. Now that I know that, I was like, oh, how much fighting are they gonna do now? So
Exactly, Crunch Gamer. Odin was like, "Here's a harem, go save the world." Oh, good lord.
so I'm a bit less excited to watch it because I thought it was gonna be another dark magical girl show, but it looks like these aren't even magical girls.
They are sort of.
Valkyries?
They're magical.
So, yeah. So basically, this is a battle harem show.
Yeah,
and
basically.
we're gonna see how this is gonna play out. Like, what was that one? What was that one called? Ah, I haven't seen the battle harem show in a while. There was one where like each guy had like either one or two, and there was two of one of them had twins, and they were like the electricity twins. What was that show called? Oh, I don't remember.
Sekire.
Yeah, Sekiro. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be like Sekiro. I haven't seen one of these shows in a while, so get a refresher on how battle harems go. Is actually, what is he battling against?
Oh no.
Does he really need 9? It's like 1 or 2. That's being greedy. Odin. Is being,
It is Odin, so it sounds like Odin's taking a page out of Zeus's book and being like, "Hey, more the merrier, right? Maybe if I give you 9, you'd finish it sooner, right? Right?"
all right. Well, that's it for Iskali Koi. The next show we're going to be talking about is Kabukicho Sherlock.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't really feeling this one.
So, let's see. This show is also done. Oh, this show is done by Production IG, which usually does sports anime. How come Production IG isn't doing the tennis one? If they did the tennis, God, the high.
Well, I mean,
and I'd get fast.
Production IG did Attack on Titan.
Wait,
So
that's wit.
wait, did I do the wrong one? Apparently not. No, the season part 3 or season 3 part 2 of Attack on Titan was done by Production IG.
Oh, okay. Huh. Maybe they teamed up because I know that was Wit's show.
Well, they've done things like Agus's Bride.
Yes, and Fooly Cooly, and Ultraman, which I haven't. Vinland Saga, which I never touched. I wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I'm still planning on watching that one at some point.
Yeah. So the crap, I lost my train of thought. Oh, speaking of Fooly Cooly, those are finally available to watch. Like
on where?
Huh?
On where?
I think it's on Crunchyroll. So many seasons after it actually came out. Uh, did you want to throw this into one of the seasons? Alternative and actually, you know what? Let's do a special episode because I know Deep. He's a big fan of the series.
Mm.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I keep forgetting to ask you. Yeah, we should do a FLCL special series, special episode. But yeah, back to Kabukicho. The east side of the Shinjuku ward, in the center of the chaotic neighborhood, the neon-lit Kabukicho district is expanding. Where the light shines, there are also deep shadows. The curtain rises on the night stage where bizarre murders occurred. Is this suspense? No. No. Comedy? An indistinguishable drama is about to begin.
I don't know. I wasn't feeling it from the synopsis that they gave. Really wasn't.
So, from when I looked at the trailer, it looked like a it looked like a detective show, especially because there's Sherlock in it. Normally, I'm not a big fan of detective shows. Like, I try to watch the first episode, and I can't get through it. This one seems to be a little bit more action. There seems to be a bit more action than normal, so I'm interested. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep up with it. Like looking at my my track record, but I really want to get into these. Like the was the Daughter with 20 Faces. There's the whole Lupin series that I want to get into. There's a bunch of shows that I'm like, I really want to watch, but I just can't for some reason. I don't know. So yeah, this is another show on that list where I'm like, I really want to get into it, but I don't know if I can. Parts of it with the synopsis that I now know, it looks like they're it kind of has a few different aspects of Durarara.
I guess I can see that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm interested. I'm gonna check out the first episode. Don't know if I'm gonna keep up with it because my track record says no.
Your track record says hell no.
The next show we're going to be talking about is oh god, it's small.
Do you want me to read it?
Yes.
Keshiko Tokumobu Tokushu Kyokuhan Taisukyu Shitsu Dainanaka Tokunana.
Or they don't have it translated. Okay. Why did I pick this show?
That's a good question.
Yes. So, the animation style is like very contrasty. It looks very aggressive looking. It looks like it's going to be like X-Men or Blade or any of those like Marvel shows where like, what studio is this again? I don't see a studio. What? But it looks like something that like Man Globe would do.
Man Globe?
Yeah, it's like it looks like it's gonna be very aggressive and like there's gonna be a lot of blood and violence and stuff like that. Yeah, there's those studios on Anti-Chart or my new anime news network. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of those studios. Other than the aggressive, like contrasty look to it, Crap, I'm not spelling that. One of the characters has a beard like Jet Black from Cowboy Bebop. So,
Hmm?
Oh no. Okay, it's my computer. Yeah, one of the characters has the Jet Black beard.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, ooh, that beard's coming back in style. So those are the two reasons why I picked this show.
I like the beard. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I just again, this one was more. I don't really care much for that. The character style that they do on this one. To me, it's very off-putting.
Okay.
I don't know when you start because it almost seems like they're pushing more into the realism category, or trying as hard as they can in some certain aspects, and I'm like, I don't want realism in my anime. I want unrealism. Give me some weird characters. Give me some bizarre happenstance. Give me, and then they're just like, So, yeah.
Dragon.
It does, which is why I was really on the fence about this one. But it looks like the dragon is personified as being evil anyway, so.
Okay. So, synopsis for this one is set in a different Tokyo. Set in a different Tokyo on a different world than ours. The story follows Tokauna, unit of assembled misfits in the Metropolitan Police Department. Tokauna battles against Nine, an organization committing crimes in their zealous worship of the dragon that once roamed the world. Okay.
Oh. This. Why is. Okay, so. I might just go to my anime list for my synopsis. This is very different than what you just read.
Oh, okay.
So the synopsis that my anime list has on it is a long time ago, dragons ruled a world of elves, dwarves, vampires, homunculi, and humans. In the present, dragons have all but disappeared, so the ones left choose to live together, and their appearance came to resemble that of humans. The year is 2X19, and Tokyo is mostly a time of peace, but a group called the Nine cause chaos in the quest to obtain the dragon's powers and change the world. The police form a unit consisting of various experts to fight against the Nine. The Special Crime Investigation Unit, Special 7, Tokunana. These individuals have abilities that surpass the average human, to the extent that there are rumors of rebellion amongst them. A rookie Seiji enters the unit. While teased by the other members with colorful personalities, he sets out to solve cases involving Nine with his bright mind and straightforward thinking. Will he be able to find justice in the most grueling circumstances?
That's a very nice synopsis.
That's a nice synopsis. Why? Any chart. Come on. Look at me. Take a hint for go over to my anime list and use their goddamn frickin' synopsis.
even Grunge Gamer's like, now that sounds fun. I'd watch this anime now.
See? That sounds fun.
It's like the other was trying to be very vague. They're like, you gotta watch it to find out.
I hate that so much.
So, yeah. Yeah, I'm like much more interested now.
Yeah. That was way more interesting sounding. And you wouldn't have been able to tell that by looking at the preview. The preview gives almost nothing of that away. The coolest action point that you see is a woman standing on a bridge with a sniper shooting at her, and she's like deflecting bullets with her sword. That's like the coolest scene in the entire thing. And the only one that would lead you to believe that these guys have like special abilities of some sort.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I still have no idea how I think it's gonna play out. It's like, I don't No, it's not. It's not one of the like. I don't know. This is kind of like the detective cop kind of like. I don't know.
So just so you know, Grunge Gamer, that child in there apparently is like their genius prodigy or something. Because I think at one point it shows her controlling like a mass amount of drones on her own or something. So you're probably right. She is probably going to be like one of the most powerful ones above all of them. But
okay.
Yeah. See, now I'm interested to see where this is going to go. Before, I just did not have enough. There was just not enough.
Watch them have an even better trailer.
No, they only had the same one.
Okay. So, that's it for that one. Looks like everybody's gonna be watching this one. The next show we're gonna be talking about is
Oh.
yeah, Kona Yusha.
You got the wrong picture for it though.
Yeah, these pictures are old. These are the pictures from like July.
No, that's the one for the assassin one that we already talked about.
Oh, the picture's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh no.
So I'll go ahead while you're working on that and just kind of
fix it.
you fix it. So I will say this: I was not at all interested in this because I feel like the main character is going to piss me off. So this is done by White Fox.
Oh, they did Jormungand, right?
They did Goblin Slayer. They did Zero Kara Hajimaru.
Hey, Steins Gate.
Steins Gate. Ure Watamono. ReZero. Akame Got Kill. They've got some pretty decent ones under their belt, honestly.
Girls of the Wasteland.
But as far as this one goes, I'm just. Ugh.
And Jormungand, yes.
So, the goddess Rista summons a hero to help her hard mode video game like world. The hero, Seiya, is exceptional in every way, but he's incredibly cautious. I thought, well, that can't be that bad. He does things like buy 3 sets of armor, one to wear, a spare, and a spare for the spare. And go full power against weak slimes, quote unquote, just in case.
Hey, you never know. They kind of sneaky.
And the trailer does nothing to help in that regards.
What if it was like the slime from the
It's not. It's not. They show the slime. I feel sorry for the slime. I'm like, you going hard on a slime I feel sorry for the slime. This again seems right up your alley, which is why I'm sure you picked it, because it is a comedy, huh?
I picked it for a dumb reason.
Okay, I was about to say, because this is a comedy fantasy. This is, again, another, the other one. God, I just said it. The Koto, no, anyways, yeah, it just, I'm like, ugh, I don't know. Seems like he's never going to do anything. He's always going to be like, well, I got to train really hard. And you're like, dude, you're already really powerful. It doesn't matter. I got to be training so much more.
Yeah, so the reason why I picked this one is because the trailer was gross. Like,
the trailer was gross.
The trailer was gross. All I can remember, something happened in the beginning, and then it cut to him like working out. He's like,
yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? And then it's like cuts to something else, and it comes back to him. And he's like, and I'm like, please cut away, and it cut away, and it came back. And he's like, ah. And I'm like, stop! And it was over. And I'm like, okay, no, this is the dumbest trailer of the season. I just have to say that.
So you have no intention of actually watching it?
I'm gonna watch it. Kind of like how, like I based on my, I'm like, that was a bad first impression. Let's pull a mulligan on that, and let's see if the show's actually interesting. So probably like just like you said, how this is like more of my type of fantasy. I think it's gonna be dumb, but I'm curious how dumb.
Mm.
So it's more out of curiosity than like
Incredibly dumb. And I guess because it's based upon, or they mentioned the slime thing, on the bottom of that page there was a little, I guess, excerpt, and I know this is kind of sidetracking, but apparently the second season for Reincarnated as a Slime comes out next year.
Ooh yeah.
So that should be fun. A much better one than this one. It's like White Fox. What the hell are you doing?
Make Yomungan 2.
Yeah, no kidding. You have way better options at your disposal.
Alright. Well, that is it for this show. The next show we're going to be talking about is Mugen no Junin.
Ah, this one was mine.
I wish I would have. I would have clicked this one. It's not my favorite time period. It looked cool for the tiny like 3-second trailer that was there, and I'm gonna find it and check it out. But
so this had already been turned into an anime at one point.
yeah, so this is like a remake.
This is a remake because it was so old in the anime, but this actually got a movie, a live action movie based upon it too.
Okay.
Which is how good it is, I would say.
Yeah, when I was getting the info for it, I realized it was Blade of the Immortal, and I was like, oh, I know that name.
Mm-hmm. So this is done by Leiden Films.
Oh, Leiden Films, yeah.
What have I actually liked and seen from them?
Mahou Shoujo. Wait, is that the terrible one?
Oh God, they did the bad Berserk.
They did Hanebado, so they can do action. Wow, I'm going way Killing Bites. The Bastard Magician.
Oh God, Terraformers. They did Terraformers.
Leiden Films, why?
They did Terraformers. No.
They did
Just dropped. We're gonna drop it.
Shorgen Marken, which is kind of reminds me of that other. There was another show. I think this is like a spinoff of another show that I really liked. I can't remember the name of it. But it's weird. It's like I find it one good show, then I find a bad show, and I find a good show, and then a bad show.
It was 2 seasons and an OVA for Terraformers.
And they send you.
Why?
Hey.
Why was there 2 seasons and OVA for frickin' Terraformers? That makes no sense.
What, you didn't like Giant Roach Men?
No! Not at all. Oh, it was so bad. Okay, so this one, done by Linden Films, we're going to overlook that. The new adaptation of Mugen no Junin, Manji is an immortal swordsman who has been cursed with eternal life. He was grown tired of living with all the death he has created. He has no skills other than those of killing. Thus he forms a plan to regain his immortality. He would kill... Ooh. I just went crazy on me for a second. He shall kill 100 evil men for each good one he has killed. Good Lord. The one witch who afflicted Maji with immortal agrees to Maji's proposal, and Maji is set on his path to kill 1,000 evil men. On his journey, he meets a young girl, Rin, who has her own vengeance to seek against the sword school whose members slaughtered Rin's family. Rin and Manji journey together, each hoping to find some kind of peace. In their way are many varied enemies. Rin and Manji are almost constantly under attack and must learn to live their lives avoiding being consumed by revenge. So, I was already on board. Honestly, I didn't even I skimmed the synopsis, didn't even watch the trailer. I just knew right away because I knew what it came from. I'm like, I'm on board. Totally on board. Yeah, now that I'm watching the trailer for it, I can definitely see the presence of Liden films in it. They have a very distinctive art style. And like how they do like people.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, no, I'm totally on board with that.
Okay.
No issues whatsoever.
Cool. Have you seen Tower of Druaga? French gamer said it looks like that show. Okay. Looks interesting. When did this come out?
Tower of
2008. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Actually, the animated television series came out in 2009.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that was the second series, The Sword of Uruk. The manga came out. The manga's still going.
Oh.
The manga came out, started in June 10th of 2008, and it's gone all the way up to present.
Cool.
God damn, Grunge Gamer, how many chapters are there on that manga? Gotta be on like the 400, 500s at this point.
Unless they're like what was that show that you watched over like the 10 years?
Hellsing Ultimate. I mean, to be fair, the main author died on that one, but still.
Okay. So yeah, the show is not really my genre. I'll check out the first episode because I'm just curious, and maybe I will watch more than one episode.
Survey says probably not.
So the next show we're going to be talking about is Nanatsu no Taizai.
What?
Kamigami no.
Season 3 to 7 Deadly Sins.
Yes, Wrath of the Gods. Which was, wasn't it supposed to come out already?
No, season 2 already came out. Season 3 hasn't come out yet.
What was season 2 called?
It's probably in there.
Let's see. I remember the name of this. Challenging the Gods, and now it's Wrath of the Gods.
Imashima no Fukatsu?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Revival of the Commandments. So yeah, I remember you were excited for season 2, but you could never watch it because it's on Netflix and they don't release it until the whole thing's over.
Yep.
But in Japan, they release it weekly, which sucks.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure I'm even going to be able to watch this one.
Yeah.
But just so everyone knows, this is done by Studio Dean, which has amazing work done for them.
Like Higurashi. Wow, I haven't seen a lot of their shows in a while. Where's one that I watched? Huh?
Konosuba.
Yes. Konosuba.
And
Hell Girl, for those who like torture anime.
So, anyways, no, they've done some good stuff. So, but yeah, so I don't know if there's anything much to say. I still have to catch back up on the second season, just so I'm ready for the third season, which I guess will give me something to do in the meantime. So,
Oh, I found one that's really, really good. Showa Genroku Rakugo. That was it's a very realistic, like mafia slash. What is Raku? I think it's Rakugo. It's the storytelling in the theater,
mm-hmm.
and it's a really, really, really good show. Like the characters were amazing. So yeah, they have some pretty good gems in their catalog. I just recently I haven't been watching a lot of their stuff, so maybe I'll get back into them with this one.
Possible.
So cool. The next show we're gonna be talking about is No Guns Life.
Which that one was one we were talking about before on our last podcast.
Yeah, the last episode.
Because it looked weird, and it reminded me of almost like Hikai J.
Yes.
This one is done by Madhouse, so you know it's going to look absolutely amazing.
And there's only going to be one season.
Yep, one season. Do not count on another season from Madhouse. The only exception they've ever done to this ruined the seasons.
Overlord.
Yep.
They have also done, other than Overlord, they've done
did One Punch Man.
They've done there we go, Marvel series. Those are the ones that I was talking about that had harsh shading. They've done No Game No Life.
Mm-hmm.
Prince of Stride, which I didn't. Ore Monogatari, yeah, I like that one. Death Parade, Kiseju. Wait, what was that? What was that one?
Hunter x Hunter.
Parasite.
Hellsing.
Yeah, a lot of crazy action-packed shows.
Mm-hmm. Black Lagoon. Oh.
I still need to watch that one.
So, as far as the synopsis goes for this, after the war, there are many extends, quote unquote, in the city, people whose bodies were modified to make them into dangerous weapons. Amui Juzo is one of them, and he has no memories of his life and body before his head was transformed into a gun. Strangely enough, his head gun is designed so that only someone behind him can pull the trigger. Juzo makes a living by taking on cases involving extends in a city, and he is assisted by Mary, an intelligent young woman that he has taken under his protection. It sounds like freaking Heat Guy J. You have the bio android weapon looking dude, you have the main character guy, and then you have his intelligence gatherer, the woman, who's probably always in the office, or usually.
Yeah, so this show's called Gun Guy J.
Yeah. Gun Guy J. Gun Guy J.
So, other than you watching the trailer and like being weirded out, I went and watched the trailer and I was like just as weirded out. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, how did I describe it in my notes?
Weird?
He has a gun for a head, but it almost kind of looks passable, kind of.
Kind of. until you realize that there's literally a gun hammer at the back of his head, and the top of his head has like a barrel.
Yeah.
But he has a mouth underneath all that.
Yeah, the jaw, everything from the jaw to the nose looks
Good.
good.
Or decent, I guess.
The top part is like, oh yeah, it's a gun.
Yeah. Top to the back.
Yeah. But I'm interested. My dumb question that got answered by the synopsis was, what happens when he sneezes? Nothing, unless
Nothing.
somebody's behind him.
Pulls the trigger.
Yeah. But that would be kind of cool. Throw pepper at him. Boom!
That it would. Before we move on to the next one, can we take a break?
Oh, yes. So, um, there we go. So we will be back shortly.
What have we got left?
Let's see. All right. We have 5 left.
No, it's not too bad. So,
Yep.
Okay.
Short intermission, and we will be back in just a moment.
Yes.
Hey!
Hey!
We are back. So, the next show we're going to be talking about is Psychopaths 3.
Oh, well. Really don't have too much to say about this one. Who is... Is it the same people on this one? I never checked this one out.
What was it? Production IG, I think, did these?
Yeah, and it's Production AG again. So, yeah. We have a continuation of the original story. So, I mean, not much I can honestly say about that. I mean, it's been a while since the last one came out. When did the first series come out? Like, it feels like forever ago, but I'm sure it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I'm following the the rabbit trail of it came out in 2012.
So that was 7 years ago. So that's actually been a decent amount of time.
Yeah. So I can't remember how. I guess I have a vague idea of how to explain. I'll explain it vaguely. I remember that there's this kind of judgment system in the city called the Sybil system, and if your mental state gets to a certain level of a certain, like, I guess, stress level, then they send the enforcers after you, and the enforcers can kind of judge you. It's kind of like Judge Dredd almost.
It really is.
Yeah, and they have these specific guns that are tied to their, I guess, DNA, and they will judge you by shooting the gun at you. A lot of the times it just blows you to tiny bits, but I can't remember.
No, for the most part, usually they get there in time for their person not to be like completely mental. Like usually it's just like, oh, they're deteriorating to a certain extent. They need to go into quote unquote therapy kind of thing.
Okay, so basically they catch them when they're in the yellow and they try to resolve the situation, and if it goes red, then they pull out the guns.
Yep.
Okay. Yes.
Well, no, see, they'll still pull out the guns, but instead of blowing someone away, it merely stuns them.
Oh. I watched this whole series. Why don't I remember this? Okay.
The problem ended up being the fact of how it's being judged.
Mm-hmm.
That ended up being the big question, because there was one person who kind of figured out a way around it, where he was mentally unstable, but because of how he was perceived by the system never saw him as that.
Yeah, because wasn't the system run by, like, people or something?
Essentially.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so, yeah, I am basically 3 seasons behind now. The 2 seasons behind, because I've watched the first one. I don't remember it at all. I remember the main girl. She started out like coming from college, and she's like that bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, like, I'm gonna change the world kind of attitude, and then like she gets the harsh reality of what the world's really like. So I do like shows like that, not because I don't like them because I want to see the character get knocked down by the world, but I do like seeing. I like underdog stories. So where they start out one way and they make a huge change throughout the series. So I don't know what happened to her in the second series. I know the guy that she was partnered with is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what transpired across the whole.
It's funny because the guy that they show in Psychopaths 3 looks like the guy that she was originally partnered with.
Yeah, so whatever happened in season 2, maybe he came back, or maybe he resolved whatever he was chasing after. I can't remember, but this looks.
I didn't really watch the. Well, apparently it's a teaser trailer anyway, so it doesn't really matter for me to watch.
Yes, stupid.
Freaking teaser trailers.
It was just a bunch of video noise. I'm like, no, tell me, remind me. So now I can't remember who it was, but was it you that saw the movie in the theater?
No.
Or was it Lobo Malo, or was it somebody else?
It's gotta be Lobo Malo. Wouldn't have been me.
Okay. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. I don't remember.
So Psychopaths 2 was taking place 1.5 years after Psychopaths, having learned the true nature of the Sybil system. Akane Tsunemori chose to obey the system, believing in both humanity and the legal order. She's a part of a new police section, spends her everyday life facing down criminals. Unbeknownst to Akane, however, a monster who will shake the system to its core is about to appear before her. Yeah, I don't know if I actually watched the second season. Now that I'm
Okay.
thinking about it. Where's a trailer for it? There's a trailer for it.
So, did you want
It's
to
an
take a
actual
peek
trailer.
at the third season and then go back, or should
Yeah,
we? Yeah.
I'll still watch the third season.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, I might catch up on the second season. I don't know. I still have a fairly good recollection of what happened in the first season.
Mhm.
It's just the second season that's kind of. I don't know if I don't think I watched it all or I don't know.
It always looks like it's raining.
Hmm.
The art style.
But honestly, like the storyline intrigued me so much because of the moral judgment that they come across.
Yeah.
You know, you have a very gray area moral ambiguity that you gotta if you think because a lot of times when watching things like this, I put myself in the main character situation and be like, what would I do?
Mm.
What would be the decision I would make if I were put in the same situation?
Yeah.
And it's a hard choice. It really is.
Okay. So it
Um,
seems like that's one of the shows that like we would if we had this show on the list in or if we were doing the podcast when this aired, it seems like this is probably one of those shows that we would like discuss for a while.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
this is definitely one of those that's because it has such like I remember in the first season each episode had its own murder mystery to solve essentially,
Mm.
and you got to see the inside of the killer while they were doing a lot of the things that they were doing, and it became a lot of the situations of would you have reacted the same way? Would you have done something differently? How would you have approached the situation kind of thing? Um, and it's a lot of times it's hard to say. It really is.
Okay. Um. Yeah. I. This is a show that
Oh
I just
wow, we probably could catch up on it. It's only 11 episodes for Psychopaths 2.
and then the first one was what 26 or was it 12 or 13?
Um, Psychopaths 3, Psychopaths movie, Psychopaths. First one was 22, so 33 episodes
Uh.
altogether.
Okay.
But I mean,
Okay.
I remember how the first one ended.
Yeah.
Like I am fully aware. I mean, in the first one, in the first season, like there was some really messed up stuff.
Okay.
Like some guys like would take one of the I guess it was in a college or something like that. I remember they ended
Mm.
up finding bodies of girls that were like
Um.
horribly mutilated, but done in an artistic sense.
Oh, I think I remember that.
You reminded me of the dude from BioShock.
That just opened up a wound in my brain.
Hmm.
Oh no.
But that's what intrigued me about it. I'm like, dude, they're not afraid. One, they're not afraid to hold back, which I'm like,
Yeah.
good. If you're gonna have a murder-driven story, investigation thing, don't hold back. Go all in. Make me feel the reason why I should hate these guys, kind of thing.
Okay.
And then the fact that it was such a departure, and you saw some messed up people. Some of them you could look at and go, "Oh yeah, I totally kill him. I wouldn't even hesitate, not even a second." And other ones you look at and you go, "Well, maybe I don't know, because he kind of had a justification and a reasoning for it, kind of thing."
Yeah.
But then you look at it and go, "Well, wait. If you're saying you'd let this person go, or you even consider letting this person go, but you didn't let this person go, where's the line drawn?"
Yeah.
You know. So it was very interesting.
Okay. Yeah. This show looks like it's gonna be another heavy hitter of the season. So we shall see how it plays out. The next show we're gonna be talking about is Shokugeki no Soma. Shin no Sada.
Shokugeki. Yeah, so I need to finish catching up on the last season, which is good because that way it'll actually get me right into this next season here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things happened, I know, in the last season, including you got to figure out more about the one girl, her and the orange hair, her father, her personal history, um, and you also got to figure out what her father did and why and stuff like that. It was crazy
Mm-hmm.
as far as a lot of that goes. They're still over the top and they're still just as interesting. You know, I never thought in all of my years of watching anime that I would ever get to a point where I would be like, man, cooking shows, that's going to be freaking awesome in anime form. But you know what? They do it, you know? They do it. They pull it off. It is something to behold for sure. And I know for you it goes a little too far on the ecchi side, but honestly, I'm like, oh goodness, it's just enough to where it's not overly done for me, and yet still keeps me interested in everything else. So, who does this one, by the way?
Oh.
Doesn't say.
It used to say.
So JC Staff did the last one, but are they doing this one?
I would say most likely.
No, they're not.
Yeah, JC Staff did the previous one.
They're not though.
Oh.
I'm looking at JC Staff's like past and future, um, what they plan on doing
Mm-hmm.
up until spring of 2020, and it's not on there.
Huh.
So who the heck did it?
They've done all of the other ones. That
They
would
have.
be weird for them to pass the torch. Huh.
This is the fourth season, then, and they said no more.
No more food. I'm full.
Where? I guess. I just don't know who they passed the torch to.
Usually I go for a second opinion from Mal. So let's see what Mal says. Studios, JC Staff.
Really? Okay. I guess maybe they didn't put it on there correctly or something. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, I was about to say, oh, this is a moneymaker for them.
For sure, I would think.
Yeah. So, yeah. So my stance, as everybody knows who's watched the show all these years, like half the show. I like the story. I like the whole tournament between the food and all that kind of stuff. And then once it gets to the tasting, I'm out.
Not everyone has their clothes ripped off all the time, but that is, yeah. It does happen.
Because Ray even watched the show, and I was in here working on stuff, and then I walk in there, someone is like, "Oh, food!" And I'm like, "Okay." And I go back in the other room. I'm like, "Hey," and it's stuff again. Go back in there. Somebody's like, "Oh, it's so good!" And I'm like, "What are you watching?" Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But when I watched the first episode, when they did the whole battle between, they destroyed his kitchen, and he had to come up with some kind of amazing meal to basically get them out of his hair, and the whole thing was amazing. All the techniques that they explain, like the close-ups on the food, all of that is amazing. And then they taste it, and then I'm out. But yeah, I know you and King, or you and Cyborg and Bouquet Love this show. And as always, I am glad that there's another season of it. Yeah. The next show we're going to be talking about is Sword Art Online Alicization. War of Underworld.
Another one that I have to finish catching up on.
I tried to catch up, and I was there's so much to watch.
Where was I on that one? I was on episode 13. Oh, so I'm only 11 episodes back.
Okay.
It's not bad. I can hit 11 episodes and then move on to the next one. So, and I'm guessing this is, so like they said, this is a continuation from, the second part of Sword Art Online Alicization.
Yes.
So, it's, okay, so I think the reason why I stopped watching it originally was because it kept doing those, like, cliffhanger moments.
No.
And I'm just like, oh, come on.
I want to be on some solid ground for a bit.
Yeah, you gotta, you can't just leave me like that. You gotta let me know that, that there's something else going on and we could do this. What's happening? And there are definitely certain times in the whole storyline, like, there are certain times I'm like, okay, Kirito's being stupid, yada yada yada, whatever. But then there are certain times I'm like, holy crap, did I just watch what I just watched? I mean, I think that this came out at the same time that Goblin Slayer came out too, didn't it? I want to say roughly about that time. Either it came out like right after or right during the same time. But anyways, like watching this and then watching that and watching this, I was like, oh my goodness, there was like a certain overload sometimes because it would get super serious out of nowhere where you're just sitting here going, what the hell just happened? Why? There was about to be like some serious, like, R-rated material about to happen. And I'm like, damn. But I mean, if you watch the very first season of Sword Art Online, you know that this shit can happen. Because if you remember, like, the second part of the first season, way back during that time frame when he went to the elf world, and when he finally came face to face with that one dude who was trying to take his fiancée away from him, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they had that confrontation. That was pretty heavy. And this, same thing. I think it's just the fact that it was going for so long where it didn't do that, and then out of nowhere, it smacks you upside the face with it.
Yeah.
Goes, remember? Haha, we could do this too. Haha.
So, it's Sword Art Online. I'm gonna watch it regardless. They've basically raised the bar for that name so high that I'll take on any branch that they decide to branch off to and check it out.
I mean, other than this current one, I've kept up with every single one of them. So.
Yeah. Oh, did you watch the one? Oh yeah, you did watch the one with the pink, the little girl with the pink. Yeah. I'm so far behind.
I've watched season 1. I've watched season 2. I've watched Gun Gale, and I'm basically halfway back on the Alicization one.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm interested. I don't know. I don't want to jump halfway into the story, so I'll try to watch some. Try to get caught up. But basically, it's kind of like a new version. I guess for those who don't know what Alicization is, it's like a new version of the full dive gear, right?
It's so in the original one, the full dive gear, In the original one, the full dive gear would basically put like you in a mental state where like it put like lights in front of your face and let you know, oh, these are the feelings that you should be feeling. Like if you get hit, it would have because you'd have like a suit or not even have a suit, but it would just trick your brain into thinking that you felt that impact or that your muscles are feeling the way that they're feeling. So it was more of just like it was all based upon the brain and just in that one situation kind of thing. This new one is literally taking your consciousness and putting it directly inside the game.
Mm.
So it's even like it's even a more complete and fully developed. And on top of that, they actually introduced inside the actual system itself AI, like
Yeah.
literal versions of AI. And because their original idea was to actually use this AI and put it into machines that could work outside in the real world and actually be able to function normally according to that.
Okay.
Their idea was to build the AIs inside the machine in the first place, so that way there was a way that they could actually look at the AI, how it interacts, and it can learn what it needs to learn before it's even introduced into our world.
Mm. Okay.
So,
Yeah. I am only one episode in. Oh no, I think I've done a few episodes in. I think I watched a little bit more into it. I think I tried it when the season was over because I was trying to catch up.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, I didn't make it that far. I don't think we mentioned the studio, but it is A1 Pictures. Um, they have done a lot of shows that we have talked about. The greatest show that they've done recently is Never Yos. What was the English version of this name? Neverland. Welcome to Neverland.
The Promised Neverland.
The Promised Neverland, which was amazing.
I mean, I could probably argue as far as that being their latest and greatest.
They helped with Darling in the Franxx.
Not helping in that regard. Not helping.
Did you ever watch the what is it? The workplace romance one?
Oh, the Watako ni Koi.
Yeah, Love is Hard for an
No.
Attack. That one was interesting. I watched the first couple episodes of that one. It was interesting. You know what? No, I don't think I finished that one. They've done Idol Master, which is like a heavy hitter. They've done Eromanga Sensei, which for those of you who like that type of show. Oh, the Interview with the Vampire, Blue Exorcist. Like now, I'm starting to hit like the heavy hitters. Freaking Working. I miss you, Working. Come back. But yeah, they've done a lot of really, really heavy hitters that we've talked about before, and they're continuing with their biggest heavy hitter.
I would say that it's interesting to see, like, it seems like, I don't know if it was just because of the time frame or our mental states or whatever, but it seems like when we go back into production companies to see what they've done and to make comments about, good, bad, or whatever, that the initial part when we start looking at them is usually like we might hit one or two good ones, but we're like, eh. And then we go like, maybe half a page down or so, and then we're like, oh, here are all the good ones. Yeah, no, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Then all of a sudden we start pulling out a freaking list.
Yeah.
I find that interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is interesting. I wonder if it's tied to a certain era.
Kudo Shitsujo. That was another one too. Black Butler.
Oh yes, I remember that. So with that, I'm wondering, like, was it? Yeah, what was it? Because for both of us, there was like a certain time where I guess we were really into it, and then we kind of got out of it, and then we started the podcast, and now we're back into it. So I'm wondering if it was like
No, because like a lot of these that we were looking at that we see these things in that we're like, well, when does it actually start like making it to where we're all like, oh, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Like it was probably what I want to say about 3 or 4 years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and that's about the time the podcast started.
okay,
You know what I mean?
okay. So it's been
So from about the time the podcast started, maybe fast forward about 2 or 3 years, and then all of a sudden it seems like it's slowed down since then. I don't know if we're more picky about our animes or if the quality that has been given to us has been slowly slipping a little bit. They still have the ones that they have that knock them out of the park. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
But it seems like it's becoming fewer and farther in between.
I'm wondering if streaming services affected that too, because
That's true too. Because there are certain ones that I look at and I go, I never watched that one.
yeah,
I never watched that one too.
yeah. Okay. So I want to go back and like nail down what that is. That would be kind of interesting to talk about like a certain era, and like we could put a name on it or something.
Shoot, at that point, we pretty much, considering the way we've been talking about it, you might as well just call whatever period that time frame is the golden age of anime.
Yeah.
Because that was the time frame where it was like they almost never missed.
Yeah.
There was almost always something good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Now I think I drop more than I actually tend to stick with a lot of times, depending upon the season.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyhow.
Yep. The next show we're going to be talking about is another long one. Watashi Nyoruku wa Henichi de Dete ita yo ne. Oh God. Or didn't I say to make my abilities average in the next life?
Now I see why you wanted this one. When I saw this one and I saw the trailer for it, like originally I saw the synopsis, I was like, maybe, and then I saw the trailer for it and I'm like, oh, okay, this has got Big D all over it. Like this is totally Big D, like 110%.
So this is cute girls doing cute things.
There we go. Basically.
Yep.
Basically. I mean, you got. I kind of wish she would have stayed as a black-haired girl, but then she went light purple, pinkish almost.
Lavender, yeah. So my question is, I'm like, is that her avatar now? Is everybody switched over to their avatar? Because then it feels kind of weird. I'm like, why did you get an avatar? Like,
no, I think this is resurrected form.
Okay.
She died. Well, go ahead and read the synopsis and you'll understand.
Okay. So let's see. First off, the studio is Project 9, which is I don't know them off the top of my head.
There's a reason for
that. Let's see.
This is the one we were talking about before when we were talking about the other one, the other isekai.
Oh.
There's really not a whole lot of animes that they've done or ones that we would really recognize.
Wow. They either teamed up with one we talked about before, or this is the one we talked about before, and they are so low on the bar, I don't remember we just talked about them.
So are you looking at their page, Project 9, the number 9 page? The one on the upper right-hand corner, that's the one we were talking about before with them.
Oh, okay.
But it's another isekai. So they're literally coming out with 2 isekais this season.
Wow. They're like, oh, you don't have any ideas? They're like, I don't know, isekai's a good thing. They're like, okay, cool. We normally do cute girls doing cute things. Let's put them in another world.
Yeah. We're already doing this isekai with like 7 above average qualified high schoolers, students who are like the greatest grades and performers. You want to do another isekai? Yeah, but we need to do cute girl anime. Well, throw them in the other world. That's fine. Let's
Yeah,
see what happens.
we've done cute girls doing basketball. Let's put them in another world. Yeah. So, yeah,
So it definitely seems like they're more qualified for this one than they are the other one.
Okay.
At least as far as their original repertoire is.
Mm-hmm. So the synopsis for this one goes: when she turns 10, why that? Okay. When she turns 10 years old, Adele van Asham is hit with a horrible headache and memories of her previous life as an 18-year-old Japanese girl named Kurihara Misato. That life changed abruptly, however, when Miso died trying to aid a little girl and met God. During the meeting, she made an odd request and asked for average abilities in the next life, but few things, especially wishes ever go as quite as planned. Where does this synopsis take place?
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go and do what I did before.
Let's go find a better synopsis.
Let's go find a better one.
Wow. Let's see. Chris Games. This is how I feel about games. The more experience I get to do stuff feels worse to me. Yeah. And then you find those really good gems that just grab you by the heart. You're like, oh, I love it.
Okay, so here's another synopsis of this. When the eldest daughter of the Ashram household, Adele, turns 10, she remembered everything from her past life when she was hit with a strong headache. She was Kurihara Misoto in her previous life, who died when she was 18 trying to help a little girl, consequently followed by an encounter with God. During their meeting, she pleaded to lead an average life with average skills. After all, her somewhat capable self has been burdened with all the expectations brought up to her. However, things don't just go quite as planned, as she has to be careful not upping the S rank accidentally if she wishes to maintain her desired average life. Ah, now that makes sense. Did you get that?
I feel like they just rearranged the last one.
No, but see, here's the thing. She asked for average because she was an eldest daughter of a household. She's always had responsibilities, things she's had to do. She can never just be normal. So when she dies and God asks her how she would like to be essentially reborn in this other world, she goes, keep me average. Okay. I don't want to have any special abilities. I don't want to be the hero. I don't want to have to go save the city and, all this, that, and the other thing. In retro comparison to most isekais where they're like, give me all the powers in the world, she's like, no, I don't want them. But here's the thing. It didn't quite go that way. Yeah. She has, what I can get from what they said, she has powers, but she doesn't have to show them. So she can pretend to be normal so she can lead a normal life, but she isn't.
Yeah.
That's how I got when they go, however, things don't go quite as planned, as she has to be careful not upping to the S ranks accidentally if she wishes to maintain her desired average life.
Okay.
She has the gifts. She has the abilities to what she can do some amazing things.
So it's kind of like, Yeah, so it's kind of like The Incredibles when Dash was running against his students, and they're like, he's like, no. Okay. No, come in second. Okay,
make
good.
Make it close. Make it close.
Okay. Now,
That's
so
almost, yeah.
after thinking about it, I was wondering why in the world introduce the 18-year-old previous life, and I guess that gave her a peek into regular life, and she's like, oh, I want to be back like that. So after she comes into that encounter with a god, then she's like, oh, make me like my previous life.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm miserable now and I didn't know why. And now that I've seen that vision, now I know why. And I want to go back to that. Okay.
Yep. That's what I'm getting.
That makes sense now.
See? Any chart. Get your shit together. I'm gonna have to start just going to my anime list from now on just to get the damn synopsis out of this crap. My anime list has way better there, buddy.
Wow.
You guys need to step up your A game on your synopsis.
Okay. All right. And I just noticed that we just received a raid from Rai Cohen. Let's unleash the chat for a moment. And yeah, thank you, Rai Cohen, for the raid. What were y'all playing? It actually came right at the end of the podcast. Yeah,
we've already talked about the rest of ours.
We have one more show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I just turned it off. Ori and the Blind Forest. Yes, that's a pretty game. I've been wanting to. Oh, I think I saw you play part of that. Yeah, I've been wanting to play that one day. But yeah, welcome everybody on in. We have one more show for the podcast, and then we will pass the raid along. But again, thank you again for the raid, and we hope you enjoy the next show that we talk about. There you go. So the next show and the last show we're going to be talking about is a dud.
Is what?
It's a dud. Okay.
Oh.
So.
Oops.
It's Z. It's at the end of the alphabet.
I was wondering why you put this one on here.
Okay, so let's just go through the whole thing. So, Zoid's Wild Zero. This is another entry to the Zoid series. It is done by where is it? Oh no. Oh God. What happened? Oh, I scrolled down.
Oops.
Oh, does it not say the studio? Shit's falling apart. The last and the least. All right, so let's look up Mal, because Mal usually saves the day.
Shoot, I'm going to my anime list because that's been saving my day so far.
Yeah, so the studio is OLM, Oriental Light and Magic. It reminds me of Industrial Light and Magic, which is what was that? That is Lucas. I think the studio that does Lucasfilm stuff. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I remember that those two studios have similar names. So, Zoid's Wild Zero is the continuation of Zoid Zero. I watched Zoids in high school when it was on Toonami, and I really liked it, and I didn't know that Zoid Zero that I watched was like way into the series. It was kind of like a spin-off of the main series. I think it was like Zoids and Zoid's Chaotic Century and then a bunch of other names added after that.
Why am I not sorry, I just was looking up OLM. Why am I not surprised since they're doing Zoids that the main focus behind OLM is guess what?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yep.
Lots and lots of Pokemon. What does surprise me though is two things. One, apparently they did Utewaremono.
Oh.
And two, they did the original Berserk.
Oh. Wait, what?
Exactly. I'm like, wait.
Did they dig out of a closet to do the original Berserk?
I have no idea, but they're the studio behind the original Berserk. Back in 1997.
Oh, wow. I think somebody was like, don't ever do that again. They're like, okay.
Whoever said don't ever do that again needs to be fired out of a cannon into the sun.
So, yeah. So OLM, there is a reason why I brought up this show, even though, so this show, Chaotic Century and all that kind of stuff. It was kind of like the Dragon Ball Z. The way they did Dragon Ball Z, they started with Z and then they brought in Dragon Ball, so you can kind of know the beginning of the story. Same thing with Zoids. They brought in Zoid Zero because I think that was the most recent one, and then because of the popularity of that, they brought in regular Zoids and Chaotic Century and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they even did the same thing with Gundam. They started out with Gundam Wing, and that like blew up. So then they did like Gundam 0083 and all those other numbers, and then AMS 18 and 00 and all that kind of stuff. So This is one of the shows that basically encompasses that whole shows that I got into anime with, not knowing that it was actually anime, brought to you by Toonami. I really want to get into these shows, even though they're not aimed for me. These are aimed for kids or for people who are going to buy the models or the little action figures and stuff like that. It's basically like Transformers. It's if you're into it, you're into it. I just want to watch the show because of nostalgia, and they won't let me.
Who won't let you?
So this show is not going to be on any streaming services.
Oh.
Just like Pokemon is not on any streaming services.
You know, I find it funny that you're wanting to watch this based upon nostalgia purposes, and that you know for a fact it's geared more towards the younger audience and those who are going to build the models. But that was the exact reason why you didn't want to watch Gundam Build Divers.
Well, I did. Oh, no, that's.
Your words almost verbatim on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, here's the thing. So, like you said, the show's aimed towards the younger audiences, and it's also aimed towards people who are going to build the models. But there is no show with just the models. Actually, no. This is actually better because these characters are in the actual models and they're actually battling, which is why I like actual Gundam shows over Gundam builders. So if this show was like Gundam, then I would like Gundam builders. So it's like on the Gundam side. I love the Gundam shows and the characters because they're fighting in the thing. They're fighting in the actual toys, mechs, and there's a very interesting story with it. Gundam Build Fighters is like the commercialized version where they have kids who I don't care about, and the kids have these models, which I don't really care. I want to build a Gunpla actually, but I don't really care about those models that they have in the show. And then those models actually go into fighting battles and all that kind of stuff, which I don't care about because there's no stakes, except for, oh, he lost. So Gundam Build Fighter, that's why I don't like this one. This show is about kids who I don't know if I care about yet, fighting in actual battles, which I may or may not care about, in these cool looking mechs that I have nostalgia for because I watched Zoid Zero. So it's like the same thing but a little bit different, and there's like
And that little bit is just enough to make you go, give it a shot. Or you would if you could actually watch it.
Yeah. So there's a few. The reason why I put this one on there instead of just ignoring it is because I wish that a lot of these shows were available for streaming. There's some shows that pop up every now and then that we just can't watch. Inazuma 11. Yes, that's also a kids-based show, but it's the soccer show. Remember the crazy soccer show?
Wait, which one?
Inazuma 11.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
there's a couple of them, so.
Yeah, so it's like the Dragon Ball Z soccer. Like, I want to watch that one because of so ridiculous. But no, it's not on any streaming services. Pokemon, when that new Pokemon came out, and everybody's like, "What's wrong with the art style?" And we could never watch it. That I'd kind of like to watch a new modern Pokemon in Japanese to kind of see what they're doing nowadays. Especially now that the new games are coming out. So then I'm like, whenever I see commercials for the games or people playing it, I'm like, oh, I know some of the story. Because I haven't played any of the games, so I just know from everybody's like, oh, I love Pokemon and Pokemon Go and all that kind of stuff. So I would like to watch the anime, but it's not on any streaming services. I don't know what it is about. I think it's the studio. You know what? Are they? Is it just this studio that won't let you watch any of their stuff?
Probably. Because honestly, it sounds like everyone that you've mentioned has been won by them.
Yeah, so I guess to confirm it, I want to look up Inazuma 11 and see if that's the case.
Almost willing to bet that they're the ones who did that one too.
Because if so, then I'm like, they suck. Why won't you let me watch your show? Maybe I'll buy some merch. I don't know. So yeah, back to the trusted Mal.
Yep, it's done by OLM.
Dang it! Why? Why won't you? We can watch Uta Waremono. Why not the other stuff?
They probably snuck Uta Waremono by.
Oh my god!
They're like, don't tell them we're releasing this.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'll probably only watch one episode and then move on. But at least let me try. Bang Dream. They worked on Bang Dream too, and we can watch that. This Gaia. Come on, guys. Come on, OLM. But yeah.
Studio OLM just seems to be the worst of the worst.
So, yeah, the Grudge Gamer says, yeah, Pokemon was on Netflix for a few months and then it got pulled. Yeah, I don't know. Did they not get the metrics? They're like, what? No, not everybody's watching it. Pull it. I'm like, I didn't even know it was on there. If y'all would have said something, I might have checked out that episode. But yeah, that is it for this 23 shows we have this episode. Is that a record or is that tied?
That's got to be. I mean, if it's not a record, it's pretty close to it.
Okay. Oh, I need to turn everything down. There we go. So, yeah. Talking about 23 shows that we will be starting in October. We will be talking about our first impressions of these at the end of October. So that'll be 2 episodes from now. The next episode, we will be talking about our final thoughts for the current season. So,
which somebody here needs to make sure that they watch something, but I'm not going to say what.
So, I'll be making an effort to definitely watch one show and then definitely make sure I watch more than one show because there's too many shows this season that are decent that I need to get under my belt. So,
oh yeah. He's gonna have the anime community on his butt if he doesn't get one of them for sure.
Yeah. So that is it for today's episode. The stream will be back on Friday for our usual episode of Minecraft Power Hour. We will be slowly working on our builds and chit-chatting. So if anybody wants to drop by and talk about anime, you are welcome. The next weekend, I think, it may be Creative Power Hour, where we work on just projects, hobby stuff, and we chit-chat. And you can also talk about anime there if we do a stream. I'm not sure if everybody's available, so we may do that. But the week after that, we'll be doing some Tabletop Simulator. And chit-chatting. And then, 4 weeks from now, the date will be
The 29th?
29th. Hopefully no show ends on the 30th.
That would suck.
I know.
Hey, at least most of my shows I think won't.
Yeah. So, yeah. This show will be back on the 29th. Monthly Ketchup will be back. And we will be talking about our final thoughts on the summer season. So, that is it for the stream. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Thanks for the raids. Brad Cohen, thank you for the raid. Thanks for, let's see, what else? What activity do we have this stream? Recent events. Really? Oh, there we go. The Grunge Gamer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the TacoYaki Nation. Yeah. And so, as always, this is Big D from TacoYaki Gaming, Anime. This is Big D for TacoYaki Anime. Today with me was Shade. Oh God, I'm saying it all out of order.
That's all right. We got you.
That is it for the podcast. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for hanging out in chat. Thanks for supporting the channel any way that you do. And we will see y'all in a month. Bye.